Now again, hopefully you've done the vocab. If you did the vocab already, you've seen some of these, so this should not be new information to you. So let's take a quick look at that. We're going to find the surface area of this cylinder. Now as a reminder, cylinder is made up of two circles, top circle, bottom circle. And then this outside piece, kind of like peeling off a can. So really what it makes you is two circles with a rectangle in the middle. The cool thing is that this distance around the outside of the circle is also this distance along here. So when you're going to roll it up. So that's my favorite part of all that. So I'm going to get that out of the way so we can actually go through and do some work here. So we need to find surface area. This one has a nice formula, which you're welcome to have with you during the quiz or the test at any point. So make sure we understand what's what here. First off, we need to find the radius, because that is used in this. And radius is halfway across. So if that is 5.6 all the way across, you take 5.6, divide it by 2, and you get 2.8 for the radius. So 5.6 is the distance all the way across. Halfway across, right, is 2.8. So the radius equals 2.8. So let's plug everything in. Surface area is 2 pi times 2.8 squared, because that's the radius, plus pi times the diameter, which is 5.6, times the height of 7.2. So this is always going to be the height, the distance along there. So punch that into your calculator. Pretty useful in this part. So 2.8 squared is 2.8 times 2.8. That's 7.84. So I get 2 pi times 7.84 plus pi times, and here we get 5.6 times 7.2. Should I get that right? 5.6 times 7.2 is 40.32, so that's pi times 40.332. There we go. Now I'm going to go back over here and we're going to take 2 times 7.84. So 2 times 7.84 is 15.68. So this becomes 15.68 pi plus 40.32 pi. Now here's the thing. These both have pi on them, so you can add them. So 15.68 plus 40.32 is 56 pi. So again, add them together, it's nice they fit. So 56 pi. And if you decide, if I said leave in terms of pi, you'd go fine, centimeters square and be done. Again, you're only able to add them because they both had pi on them. If they didn't have pi on there, you can't add them. Now, but I did not say leave in terms of pi, so you multiply by 3.14, and we get. So let's see, do that again. 3.14 times 56 is 175.84. So my answer key's off a little bit here. So 175.84-ish, right, centimeters squared. So I must have rounded beforehand at some point or something like that. So, so there you go. Surface area of this cylinder. Pause here, head back into class, kick and work one, and come back to check it. Alrighty, so on this one, again, I have given you the diameter. What I really need is the radius here. I need them both, but so the radius is half of 4.8, which is 2.4. So the radius is 2.4. So my surface area is, again, filling it in. We're going to have 2 pi 2.4 squared plus pi, diameter is 4.8, and the height is 4.6. There we go. So 2.4 times 2.4 is 5.76, so I have 5.76 times 2 times pi, plus, on the back side, 4.8 times 4.6 is 22.08 pi. So back to the left side, 5.76 times 2 is 1152, or 0.52 pi, plus again 22.08 pi. And again, pi here, I can add those two. So plus 22.08. gives us 33, or 30, oops, there we go, 33 point, oh, for Pete's sake, not a very good 3 there. Try that again. 33.6 pi, and if I said leave in terms of pi, you'd say meters squared and be done, but I didn't, so you got to multiply times 3.14, giving us 105.5 approximately, 105.5 meters squared. So there you go, both answers in terms of pi and not in terms of pi. Alrighty, so continue from me for another example. Okay, now sometimes I'm not going to give you a pretty picture. I'm just going to tell you stuff. And I always like to draw a picture, to tell you the truth, to go with this. So I know I'm going to have a cylinder, right? Going to look like this. It says I have a radius, so it's halfway across, of 14 inches and a height of 18 inches. Please note that also means that if I have this bottom part here, right, there you go. The bottom one, that means the diameter all the way across then is going to be 28 inches. Because, you know, you're going to use both in here, so. Alrighty, so on this one, and this one it does say leave in terms of pi. So we're going to have 2 pi, the radius of the side is 14 squared, plus pi, and the diameter, to double the radius, is 28 times the height of 18. So 14 squared is 14 times 14, that is 196. So I get 2 times 196 times pi, plus the other side, 28 times 18 is 504 pi. And back to the left side, I've got 2 times 196, so that's 392 pi plus 504 pi. And that gives the grand total of 896 pi inches squared, and it does say leave in terms of pi, so you're done there. Pause, head into class kick, and your turn for one. Okay, this one, before you start, hopefully you notice here that this is in feet, this is in centimeters, so we're going to make a quick change here. So if you didn't catch that, well, time to catch that now. So this 9 feet is actually 274.32 centimeters. So now it's all in centimeters. So drawing our cylinder out here, looks like this, and we said we have a diameter, it's all the way across the circle, of 5. That means the radius, by the way, is 2.5. 2.5, there we go. And the height then is at 9 feet, or 274.32 centimeters. So plugging everything into our formula, we're going to get 2 pi times 2.5 squared plus pi times 5 times 274.32. That didn't really quite fit in there, did it? So then 2.5 squared, so it's 6.25, so I get 2 pi times 6.25 plus, and then we'll take that 5 times 274.32, so that's 1371.6 pi. And on the left side then, that's going to give us 12.5 pi plus the 1371, that's a 3, there we go, 0.6 pi. And again, since both have pi, here and here, I can add them together. So we're going to get 1384.1 pi centimeters squared. And this one did say leave in terms of pi, so we're actually done right there. Continue for another example from me. So in this one, if you read carefully, it says find the area of the lateral surface area of a cylinder water tank with 20 feet, a radius of 20 feet and height of 30. So the lateral surface area, that is not the circles. So when we think about it, that's the rectangular piece. So if we said we flattened out a cylinder, right, we'd get a rectangle and 2 circles. So not the circles, just the rectangular part. That's called the lateral surface area. And it's important that you know that because that's actually on my quiz and test. So, and on the formula, that's just this part. We can ignore the rest there. So again, lateral surface area is just pi, diameter, height. So if I were to draw that cylinder out, it looks like this. And we've got that diameter we said, we had a radius rather of 20. That means your diameter is 40. And your height, it says right here, is 30. So again, we're only going to use that pi diameter height part. So pi times the diameter of 40 times the height of 30. So that is 1200 pi. And if I said leave in terms of pi, you'd stop here and say feet squared, but I didn't. So you're going to use 3.14 for pi. So that'll give us 3768 feet squared. That's not a very good 8. There we go. Alrighty. The answer to that one? Pause, go to class kick, and work one more, and then we'll come back and check it. Okay, on here it says that we have a radius of 10.3. So that means the diameter then is double that. So that's going to be 20.6. We already said the height is 8.1. So again, we're doing lateral surface area, so just here. So pi times 20.6 times the height of 8.1. And it does say leave in terms of pi. So we multiply the 8.1 times the 20.6. Get 166.86 pi, and label as centimeters squared since we're doing area. There you go.